the blazes you got there?
Hey, they're from Mom. Who are they from?
Don't you touch that or I'll bonk you right in the noggin.
Think I should go out?
Honey, your husband died. He didn't ask you to go with him, did he?
I flew one of these in Nam.
You did? Mr. Buchanan told Molly that he flew this plane in Vietnam. And that's impossible.
Now why?
It's a plane that doesn't exist and never has. Grandpa, our mom is out with a liar. When you have a mom who's pretty, you sort of know it. But you always think of her as mom, before you think of her as anything else. Hardly ever think of your mom as dating. Until it happens, that is.
Mom, we're going to be late and I promised Naomi I'd meet her for class.
Go on a moment. Let's get going.
Why are you so mad?
Grandpa's not mad. He's enjoying his morning grub.
Hey, where's Arthur's water dish? He looks mad.
Well, if the red dish will be mad too.
A little early for that, Gus, isn't it?
It's never too early to say how you feel. Generally, it's too late.
The water dish is under the table. Here, Mom.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Gus, are you going shopping today? Or maybe I put that badly. Will you go shopping today? I've got a few things I need.
I won't go to the pharmacy. Last time, everything on the list embarrassed me.
Mom, we're going to be late and I promised Naomi.
I'll give you detention if I'm late.
You know you never have been late.
Yeah, but you see, at this school, they don't fool around. You get detention for being late. You also get detention for fooling around in class, for throwing spitballs, and for slamming guys up against lockers.
Why would you want to slam somebody up against a locker?
Something to do in the hall between classes. Kidding, joke. Mother, we really have to go.
Okay, everybody get in the car. Let's go.
Bye, Grandpa.
Okay, there you go. Just a few things. That'll be great. Thanks, guys.
I'll see you later. Chris, let me see your mouth.
Come on in, Kaplan. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. You know, there's nothing to stop you from coming in while they're still here.
My nerves. I like things nice and quiet like they used to be in the morning, you know? Just me, you, and a cup of coffee. Morning paper.
I know, pal, but don't hang around the back door, okay? You make me feel terrible. If you don't want to come in, stay home, and then I'll call you when they leave.
The phone would wake my wife. She needs all the beauty sleep she can get. 2 facelifts she's had. First one made her look glazed like cake frosting. After the second one, she had trouble closing her eyes. It was scary, like a zombie, you know?
That's the sports page, Kaplan. You don't read the sports page.
Gladys says I should take up a sport, something where I get exercise and fresh air.
Well, somehow I can't see you playing football.
No. Football is out, so is ice hockey. I'm not a fighter. I'm thinking of something quiet like golf, where all you have to do is knock a little ball into a hole.
Joe, there's 18 little holes. They're spread out over 1,000 acres, and you got to lug about 50 pounds of scrap iron with you every step of the way.
You know, they got a new thing called a golf cart. You can drive right out to those holes.
You wouldn't ride in a golf cart. You know who rides in golf carts?
Who?
Fat, disgusting drunks.
I didn't know that.
You want some exercise? You come and go with me. I gotta go do some shopping for Jess and the kids.
Good. That's what I do best.
Something smells. Mousse. Geek. No, scented mousse. Stop. Chris's hair.
What's the scent? Dead turtle?
Mother, will you make them grow up?
Oh, honey, I've tried. But no matter what I do, they just insist on growing up one day at a time.
Mom's got a boyfriend she's trying to impress.
What?
Well, whenever you fuss with your hair like that, it's because you're trying to impress some boy.
Don't be so stupid. Mom's mom. She doesn't have any guy. She's mom.
Now, wait a minute. Just because Mom is Mom doesn't mean that she...
Doesn't mean what? You don't have a boyfriend or anything like that, do you?
You don't, do you, Mom?
What I have, sweet face, is an important meeting with a client of Mr. Cathcart's.
And that's the only reason you're fussing with your hair, huh?
Yep, David, you're right. That's the only reason I'm fussing with my hair. Which one is Mr. Buchanan?
The cashmere sport coat and the $1,000 watch with the eel skin band.
I didn't ask for an inventory. Mr. Buchanan?
Yes.
Hi. I'm Jessica Witherspoon. I'm Mr. Cathcart's assistant. Will you come with me, please?
Anywhere.
I beg your pardon?
You lead and I'll follow. Anywhere. You see, I'm from out of town and I need all the guidance I can get.
Oh. Well, I'm from out of town, too. I guess we'll just have to take our chances.
Don't forget the stuff for the poker game.
I never have forgot it, have I?
Just because I always remind you.
Creamy Yums. Joe, what the heck are Creamy Yums?
What?
Creamy Yums. It's here on the
It
list.
sounds feminine. You sure they sell it in a grocery store?
I don't even know what it is. How am I going to know where they sell it?
Asking clerk?
That's a good idea. Would you do that for me?
Well, it's not my list. I mean, I don't even have a list. I just came along for the ride.
Yeah, and why am I putting up with you?
Well, is it my grocery list? No. I mean, is it my responsibility? No.
Are you my friend?
Well, what are you making a federal case out of something neither one of us knows what he's talking about?
Because I don't even know what I'm doing here. I'm not used to being a family shopper. Mary used to do it. As for me, all I need is a little bologna and a can of tuna now and then. What do I know about pantyhose and lollipops? Besides, how's it going to sound? A grown man walks up to a clerk and says, "You got any Creamy Yums?"
It's going to sound ridiculous. That's why you want me to do the asking.
Now, you're making a federal
Let old
case out.
Kaplan do it. What difference does it make? Ask a manager.
Okay.
They're supposed to be confidential.
Excuse me. Do you have any Creamy Yums?
I didn't catch that.
Creamy Yums.
Oh, Creamy Yums. It's the new breakfast cereal. Don't know whether there's any left or not. There's been a run on them.
Bert, do we have any Creamy Yums in stock?
I think we have one more, Phil.
Would you bring it up here for the gentleman, please?
Right away.
You'll love them, sir. There's a prize in every box.
Thank you.
Mr. Cathcart felt that you might want to take a few minutes and look at the preliminary sketches before your meeting, so they're all right here, portfolio.
Great.
I'll leave you to it.
No, stay. By all means. Please, have a seat. Be nice to have some company.
All right. Would you like some coffee?
No. And you said your name was Jessica.
Yes, it's Jessica here, and then it's Jessie everywhere else. I like the way this hallway leads into the...
You married?
I'm a widow.
Sorry. How long were you married?
16 years.
It's a long time to live with somebody and lose them.
Yes, it is. Do you want to make any changes in the sketches? I could take notes, additions or deletions or anything.
Are you free for dinner tomorrow night?
No. Yes. I can't. Well, I can, but...
It's all right. If you're not free, you're not free.
Well, were you asking for business or for pleasure?
Well, let's just wait and see.
This may sound a little bit strange to you, but I would like to check with my children.
Well, not strange exactly, just a little unusual. How many children do you have?
3. 8, 12, and 15.
And you have to ask them before you can go out to dinner?
No, if you mean, do I have to get permission? No, of course I don't. No, it's just that I haven't been out with anybody since their father died. So I would want to get their blessing. I'm just not sure how they'd react to my going out with another man.
Oh, you have to sometime, don't you?
No, I don't. Have to.
Any luck?
No, sir. We went around the block 3 times. Nothing happened. Except we loitered around a lot of fire hydrants. Anyway, next time it's your walk. Unless one of your sisters volunteers.
No thanks. Me too.
You hear that, my boy? So much for your fatal charm. I'll be done with it.
Grandpa,
Yeah,
do you remember the Depression?
I sure do. Why do you ask?
Well, because we're on that chapter in American history. And I never actually talked to anyone who lived during it. Was it really as bad as they say?
It was worse. The whole nation went down the drain.
Well, how did we come out of it?
A lot of hard work. And Franklin Roosevelt, he was president at the time. He created a lot of jobs that weren't there before. Called it the New Deal. Seemed to work.
You sound sad.
Yeah, well, see, it didn't have to happen. A lot of good people were ruined.
I'll get it.
Wait a minute. Be sure you know who it is before you let him in.
I will. What if it happens again?
What?
A depression. Some of the kids at school say that there'd be a war. They say that's how we got out of the last one.
Yeah, well, what do you think?
We can't have another war.
Why not?
Because the next one will be the last one.
When I was your age, I used to really worry about whether or not I'd wind up with Lou Gehrig's picture on a baseball card. You kids are thinking about nuclear war. You got a tough way to go, kids. What in the name of blazes you got there?
Hey, they're from Mom. Who are they from?
Don't you even think of it, young man. I'll bang you with this cane.
I wasn't going to.
You were too. I see the look in your eye. Now, come on. Inside, there's potatoes to peel and homework to do, and you kids need to get at it. You wouldn't.
Oh, Gus, hi. I'm home. I'm sorry I'm late, but I had some errands that I had to run after work.
No problem, honey. I'm just cooking meatloaf. You can't burn that. Those flowers are for you.
Oh, my. Kids okay?
They are. Chris and David are doing their homework, and Molly's watching cartoons.
Hi.
By yourself?
Who are they from?
Nobody you know. Just a man that I met at work today.
You got your hair done.
It's been a while. I thought it was about time.
Time to get your hair done, you mean?
Time to get my hair done, I mean.
Hello, Witherspoon.
Hello, is Jessie Witherspoon there? She sure is.
Jess, that's for you.
Oh, thank you. Hello?
Hello, this is Jeff Buchanan. Did the flowers arrive?
Well, yes, they did, and they're just lovely. Let me ask you something.
Please.
How did you know where to send them?
I didn't. I had one of Cathcart's secretaries take care of that. If you were to go out with me, I wouldn't even know where to come to pick you up.
How did you get my phone number?
There are only 4 Witherspoons in the book, Jesse. That's not much of a challenge. And as you will see, I am the persistent sort.
I guess we'll see about that.
I hope so.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Take care.
Bye.
Was that him? The flower guy?
Uh-huh.
Or are you gonna go out?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, the heck you're not.
Well, what's his name? What does he do?
His name is Jeff, and I don't know what it is.
I know that I've always told you to know the boys you go out with. It's true for a girl as well as a woman.
He's got a nice smile.
Mother, that is so fable. I mean, the next thing that you'll be telling me is that he dresses well.
He does dress well.
This woman is hopeless. She'll be the death of me.
I see you put in your 2 cents worth.
Sometimes I do.
And you think I made up my mind, huh?
Well, yeah. Your hairdo and being all gussy up. Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
About what?
About my going out on a date?
I guess like the night you came to see Johnny's mother and me. I guess I feel that way.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I haven't changed my opinion in 17 years. I said to her that night, "It's a nice girl. Good woman. Come on.
Then you won't be disappointed if I do go out?
Honey, you're all grown up now. You're an adult. I would be disappointed if you didn't act like it.
If we have a few minutes before dinner, I'd like to talk to David and Molly.
Sure. And the dog. Maybe you'd like to check with Arthur.
Ultraman, is it ready? Yes, Mamra. Allow me to introduce you to the robot Wolf Rat.
Molly?
Chris Toby, Nito, can Naomi spend the night when you're out?
He can penetrate the cat's layers.
Sure.
Every defense.
Sure she can.
Is the state of...
David, may I come in? David?
Sure. Come on in. You're home kind of late. Where were you?
Gosh, I always knew there would be a time when the child would become the parent and the parent would become the child, but I hadn't thought it would happen quite this fast.
Well, maybe it happens when the parent starts to act like a kid.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Just something to say, I guess.
I came up here because I want to tell you something. I want to tell you that I'm going out tomorrow night.
Out where?
Wherever he takes me for dinner.
Who's he?
He is a man.
A man's gonna take you to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I suppose because he wants to.
But why are you gonna go?
Because I want to.
This man. Would Daddy like him?
I don't know. I don't know him well enough to answer that. But I know this. Going out with this man has nothing to do with how deeply I love your daddy. Nothing's going to change that.
Well, that's that, isn't it?
No. No, that's not that, David. I suppose when I told you that, I was hoping you'd say, have a nice time. I was hoping you'd say something like, gosh, Mom, it's been a long time since you've done something nice for yourself. I think you deserve a nice dinner out.
a nice time.
When I was downstairs on the phone a while ago.
Supper's ready. Get it while it's hot.
David? We'll talk about this later.
Kid, I've got homework.
All right, Gus, I'm coming. I heard you. Sorry to keep you waiting. I didn't mean to.
There's a poker game here tomorrow night.
What?
I'm having a poker game here tomorrow night. I'm going to be here. You see, I can watch the kids in case you have something you wanted to do, like maybe go out to supper.
Gus? I think David might get upset if I do that.
Maybe that'd be good for him. You know, nobody gets through life without being upset at least once.
What do you mean?
Honey, your husband died. He didn't ask you to go with him, did he? Then don't.
Molly said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, come on in, will you, and shut the door behind you?
That's a nice looking engine.
Oh, this is not an engine, son. This is a locomotive. You know, when I was younger, and I first started working on the railroad, I worked on a run that ran from Kansas City to North Platte, Nebraska. Worked on a big Pacific 462, just like this one. It had the sweetest whistle you ever heard in your life. There's a fellow there working with me, a fellow by the name of Rash. Sam Rash. He was a brakeman. Never worked on any other line. Well, one day we get the news that they're switching over to diesels. Sam, he braked for the diesels for a short time, and then he just up and quit.
What was his problem?
Near as I can figure, he couldn't stand the change.
Sometimes change hurts.
Yes, sir. Tell you the truth, I wasn't crazy about it myself. But they were going to make the change, and there's nothing I could do about it, or anybody else for that matter. Sam, he should have realized that. Instead of becoming a great big pain in the neck, which is what he did.
I've been pain, huh?
That you have. You've turned into a regular Sam Rash.
Yeah. Grandpa, do you ever miss the sound of the old whistle?
Sure do.
Why are we eating so early tonight, Grandpa?
It's because I'm having a poker game here later, and I need this table.
People are coming?
Men. Men are coming.
Do you guys play for money?
Sure. Yep. Playing for money is what makes poker interesting.
Some guys just play for fun.
Sure they do. It is fun. Especially when you got a hand you can take your neighbor's house payment with.
You're kidding.
Why don't you play with me sometime?
Would you really try to beat her?
I would. I just barely leave her bus money. Well, there's your mother's gentleman caller. Chrissy, you go tell her he's here. David, you go let him in.
I'll get the back door.
You sit right where you are. I'll get the back door.
You stay there and finish your supper.
It's only called supper in the country and in Western movies.
Oh, really? Well, if I call it dinner, will you finish your zucchini?
No.
Well, then, it's still supper. you did. Now, why am I just dead certain that you're Naomi?
Hi, I'm Jeff Buchanan. I'm here to pick up your...
My mom. Yeah, I know. Come on in. You can wait in there. I have to finish my dinner.
Okay.
What are you so scared of? I mean, you're a grown woman.
I'm not. Not right now, I'm not. Right now, I feel like a kid. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, listen.
What?
It usually helps to have frightened kids.
Oh, baby. That's very sweet. Now, if you make me cry and mess my mascara, well, you're just out of the will, that's all.
I'm Molly.
Hi, I'm Jeff. Who's your friend?
Naomi.
Hi.
Grandpa said someone should come keep you company. He's putting away the dinner dishes.
Well, I couldn't ask for better company. What should we talk about?
Things were tough during the Depression.
I've heard that.
FDR got us out.
You know, Molly, you have a great deal of presence for one so young.
Thank you.
What do you know, my old ship. I flew one of these in Nam.
You did?
You bet. Nice ship, too.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long.
Not at all. You look great.
Well, thank you. Oh, I see you've met Molly. Hi, Naomi.
I was just about to start telling them some war stories.
Oh, boy, horror stories. Gus, hi. I'd like you to meet my father-in-law.
Gus Witherspoon.
This is Jeff
Jeff Buchanan. Nice
Pleasure.
to meet you. You have a very attractive family, Mr. Witherspoon.
Thank you. Nothing planned, it just happened.
Shall we go?
Yeah. Bye.
Good night, guys. Molly, you mind your grandpa now?
Should be fine.
Bye.
Where's Chris?
I think she's upstairs.
Come on, let's go get her. She is such a favor. This is going to be great.
How about you, Natty? Natty up.
I guess that's me. Come on.
Get it in there. Joe, will you deal around?
What do you think I'm trying to do? There's something sticky on these cards.
Well, if it's pink, it might be jelly. Molly was playing with them up there.
Don't you have another deck?
Well, we did have, but Arthur ate it.
Arthur? Who's Arthur? The dog.
Now, don't do that.
Do what?
Don't light that cigar.
Well, why not? I always have before. You never said anything before.
I know, but see, now there's kids in the house, and cigar smoke's bad for their lungs. It's bad for yours, too, but they're your lungs. You want to kill yourself? Go ahead.
Yeah, come on, Gus. That's kind of cold.
Not as cold as death. I understand. I'll open.
See? Yeah, I'm in.
And I better have 2 cards, Joe.
Oh, for crying out loud. What kind of a game is this, huh?
While you're playing sticky finger, I'll take 3. Give me 2.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Can you open this, please?
Gus, where's the beer?
Top shelf, Joe.
No way. Milk and yogurt.
I sent Chris to the market first.
You sent Chris?
Yeah, why not?
She's a minor, Gus. They won't let her take a bag of groceries out with beer in it.
You're right, Joe. I tell you, pour yourself a glass of milk. It's better for you anyway.
Your face is turning the color of salmon.
Because I think your granddaughter here needs a lesson in manners.
It's not my granddaughter.
Then why am I doing this?
Beats me.
Pretzels with milk? You gotta be kidding. In my worst days, I never would have drunk milk with pretzels. The only thing missing is my mother. My mother would love this. She'd love to see her son playing poker with a glass of milk in one hand and some jelly playing cards in the other.
Now don't take no for an answer. We have to get him up here so we can tell him what's happening. It's a lock. That's poker talk. Yeah, we'll move it. You're such a luck out. How come? Because your grandfather has friends who imitate fish. That's so rad.
I bet $1.
I raise.
Too rich for me. I'm out.
I'm in.
Grandpa, will you blow dry my hair before I go to bed? You sure do have a lot of queens, Mr. Kaplan.
I'm on a fool. I'll be right back.
You believe this?
I would like to, but I don't.
This never happened, did it?
The God did. No way.
Not in a million years, I believe.
Okay. Let's hear it. What is it?
Well, we didn't want to tell you this in front of your friends.
Tell me what.
Mr. Buchanan told Molly that he flew this plane in Vietnam. And that's impossible.
Now, why?
Because it's my own design. As a plane, it doesn't exist and never has. The only place this plane has ever flown is in my head.
Well, it could look like one he flew.
Grandpa, pilot knows his plane better than anything. Because its very life depends on it.
Grandpa, our mom is out with a liar.
Huh.
You're right. This deck is short 5 cards, 2 jacks and 3 tens.
So, is the child's hair dry yet?
It is. You can't expect me to let my granddaughter go to bed with wet hair now, can you?
And what I expect, Gus, when I play poker is a full deck. This one is missing 2 jacks and 3 tens, and don't tell me that they stuck together because I got them all spread out here.
2 jacks and 3 tens.
Right.
I bet Molly took him to school for show and tell. She asked me this morning what's a full house. Where you going?
Home to bed to try to forget that this night ever happened. Before tonight, I have been in some horrible poker games, like the one in Fort Worth under a bridge.
Ah, come on, Kaplan. What are you talking about? You never even been to Fort Worth.
As my rabbi is my witness, I played poker under a Fort Worth bridge with 3 winos, a bag lady named Milma from El Paso.
Was it a dark and stormy night?
That's right, it was. How'd you know
Stuff like that just incites him.
$1.35 in the pot, and I was holding 4 aces. 2 of the winos, and the bag lady folded, so that leaves me and the other wino nose to nose. Me with my 4 aces, him with this 45-cent bottle of Muscatel Bad Breath, and a lot of hope pinned on a couple of deuces. He raises me. I put 10 cents in the pot to see him, and whoosh, there's a flash flood. I grabbed onto a utility pole. The 3 winos and the bag lady and the pot went all the way to Dallas on the crest of a 10-foot wave of mud.
Joe.
What?
Now that we know you've been in Texas and played in some real big games, make your point.
It was a filthy, rotten, horrible game. But I want to tell you something sincerely from the bottom of my heart. This was worse.
Oh, come on.
We've lost him. He's never coming back.
He's coming back. That's when he's happy, when he's miserable like that. The next game's a week from tonight, fellas. Will somebody try to remember to bring a new deck of cards?
What flavor?
Blue.
So, Gus, you gonna go to bed now?
No. Gonna wait up for Jessie. And it's darn nice to have somebody to wait up for.
What are you gonna wait up for her for? She's a big girl now.
There's no such a thing, Lou. Not if you love him. How was your date?
Are the children asleep?
Sure.
Did they do their homework? I know Chris had a report that was due tomorrow.
Yes. They did their homework. And they washed their face, and they brushed their teeth, and now they're sound asleep in bed. Now, how was your date?
It was wonderful.
Good. Maybe you ought to do that more often.
Well, I was thinking about that. I guess you're waiting up so that I can tell you all about it, huh?
I am.
Well, we went to a restaurant called the Silver Strand, and
What about Mr. Buchanan?
we went for a walk on the beach. I took off my shoes, and I felt like a girl.
Still haven't mentioned him. You going to see him again?
I'm going to see him on Saturday. You see, he's got a restaurant that he thought I might like.
So you like him?
I think he's charming. He's a gentleman.
Honey, did he have to talk to you about the war and what he did in the war?
No, it never came up. Why do you ask?
Well, it came up here. He said to your daughter, Molly, he said he flew that plane in Vietnam.
Chrissy designed that plane.
I know.
Maybe he was just joking. He's got a darling sense of humor.
Well, he'd need one, wouldn't he? I mean, to talk about flying a plane that doesn't even exist. Anyway, he said it, and I thought you ought to know. And it's late, and I'm going to bed. Good night, Bucket.
Oh, may I help you?
Yes, I believe Jessica Witherspoon works here.
Yes.
Would you tell her that the wife of the man she had dinner with last night would like a word with her? I'm Carla Buchanan.
I'm pleased to meet you.
No, you aren't. You're anything but pleased to meet me.
Well, you're right. I'm not pleased to meet you at all. I just didn't know what else to say. Wouldn't we be more comfortable in the conference room?
I doubt that you and I are going to be comfortable anywhere, but lead the way. Sometimes I think the world is full of other women. It is, of course, but no wife likes to think so.
I am not one of the other women.
Well, that remains to be seen. How well do you know my husband?
I'd like to make one thing very clear right now. I did not know your husband was married. Had I known, I never would have gone out with him.
As it happened, he invited me out to dinner at Silver Strand. You ordered the warm lamb salad with curry dressing and fettuccine with prosciutto and red peppers. He had his usual top sirloin. He always has been wanting for imagination. And after dinner, you took a walk on the beach, and he took you home to 14 Ashton Street, I believe.
You had him followed.
I had you both followed. My private investigator costs more than my analyst. So tell me, do you plan to see my husband again?
We have a date for Saturday.
Which you are going to break?
Which I am going to break.
We understand one another then. It has been, as they say, a pleasure doing business with you.
Mrs. Buchanan, may I ask you 2 questions? Was your husband a pilot in the war?
Jeff is 4F, allergies and a bad back. Very un-Rambo. Second question?
Why did you marry him?
He has the money. I go everywhere first class. I eat well.
Do you love him?
That's the third question, Mrs. Witherspoon. I only agreed to 2. Good day.
Can I do something for you?
No, ma'am, just counting. From what I see, it looks like you'll be having supper with us.
Yep, that's right.
Well, isn't it Saturday night?
Right again.
And didn't you have a date with the great Waldo Pepper?
I did. I still do. So, nobody move. Take that for me, please. And that. Be right back.
Who's at the door? Is someone coming over?
I have an idea this may be your mother's version of show and tell.
Uh-oh, wrong night.
Right night.
The Corona del Sol isn't much on Blue Den.
I know. Come on in. Come on out and back.
Reservations are for 7.
I know. I believe you've met most of my family, Mr. Buchanan. I don't believe you've met my daughter, Chris.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm not sure I understand all this Mr. Buchanan stuff.
Bet your wife would.
Oh. Well, suppose I should explain that.
Please don't. I don't want to be lied to anymore.
I didn't lie. I didn't say I wasn't married.
That's a lie by omission. But you did tell my daughter that you were a pilot in Vietnam.
That. I didn't mean anything by that.
Her daddy was in that war. He did mean it. He had friends that died there. Friends that were disabled there. And I imagine, Mr. Buchanan, that when a man dies, he means it.
I'm not sure this is the time or place to discuss.
You know, I wasn't sure it was the time or the place either. When I realized that you were a liar and a coward, I thought I'd call you and cancel our date and tell you not to call me again. And I would have explained why, and you would have said something really clever, and that would have been that. All very civilized. But I realized something living with Gus. I realized the things we call civilized sometimes are hypocritical and cowardly. And when a person behaves like folks don't matter, you've got the right to say they're wrong. You've got the obligation to do that. So for the record, Mr. Buchanan, you're a self-centered, deceitful man. I'm very glad you're not in my life. And I'll be happier when you're not in my backyard.
You know where the gate is, pal. I bet you can find your own way out. Okay. That's over now. Get them while they're hot, kids. Dig in.
Thanks, sweetie.
Mom, did we say grace?
Why not?
For what we are about to receive, and for what we already have, we are truly grateful. Amen.
I'll have the pickles. Oh, I forgot. Naomi got them.
How'd your game go? Who won?
Do you have any symptoms?
Go fish. Any threes?
Begin to be about your bedtime.
It's not a school night. I can stay up till 10.
Uh-huh. I forgot.
Any eights?
Time's it get to be anyway.
Grandpa, are you happy Mom's dating?
Well, I tell you, Molly, your mother's a young, beautiful woman. If we didn't allow her to go out now and then, we'd be selfish now, wouldn't we?
It's not right to be selfish.
Certainly not.
You got any jacks? It's not right to be selfish.